Greetings, beautiful friends. Greetings, happy Monday to you. I trust you had a wonderful weekend and are ready for a new week. A new week in the middle of January here it is. So, welcome to our usual Monday check-in. This is our mindful mindset motivation for mindset mastery. Mindful motivation for mindset mastery session. So if you watched these sessions before, you know that I like to just come in here and make some suggestions and give you some insights into what's happening with the moon. And because that way, when we look at what's happening with the moon, it really helps us be who we truly are. I've mentioned before that this year, 2023, is a 7-year. I really, for myself, for my own practice, I love to use the astrology and in particular the moon phases, but also numerology, tarot, and human design to basically kind of find out who we really are. Good morning, Randy. Lovely to have you here. So what I was saying is that this year we are all kind of tasked in a loving way, of course, to find out and really honor who you truly are. This week we're being influenced by a new moon in the sign of Aquarius. So this is actually a very important energy. This new moon arrives for us on the 21st, so at the end of the week, but this is a good time to just kind of check in and contemplate what is the flavor of that. So what this is about is to look at, acknowledge and release any patterns, habits, isms, things that you have to do. What's not working for you? What's not part of who you're becoming or who your true essence is? And so this, with the Aquarius energy, it's very much about, it's kind of an eclectic sign, but it's also a challenge to look at the duality of the you as an individual versus the collective, you as a dedicated person and you as a free-spirited, more creative person. So it's really about just looking in and seeing what habits or beliefs or systems have you used to get you where you are now. But now that you're where you are, you're realizing perhaps that it's time for a new up-leveled different way. So introspection, new moons are always about introspection and really bringing your awareness deep within you. So just feel into that. If anything that I suggest or guide you into or say on these sessions make you question or don't quite resonate, or you need some more guidance or information, just put it in the comments below or let me know, message me directly, because I think the whole vibe of this is to find your flow, to find your path, whether that's, a twisty path or a direct path. It's to find what's right for you, what resonates best for you. Okay, so I just picked up my letting go cards here. We'll have a wee deep breath, taking a nice deep breath, getting ready for that new moon. That's what's kind of the overarching influence for us. But let's see, what can I start you looking at letting go, right? Because it's like looking at habits and beliefs and this is a good one. It's overthinking. Do you have a propensity to get a wee bit too stuck in your head? This could actually be a perfect time to come into your heart energy. How often do you just pause, take a deep breath, and check in with your own inner wisdom, with your heart's guidance? They say that that's the whole point of a lot of the work that we do, or that we're suggested to do, is to get out of our heads and come into our heart. Allow your heart to be your guiding star, to be your decision maker, to be your own personal guidance system. So that's beautiful suggestion is, can you let go of overthinking? And it's a bit of a dance too. When we let go of overthinking, it's a process, right? So sometimes you will get caught in that loop. don't beat yourself up. Just take a deep breath and see, can you release it? Say, thank you, chattering mind. I'm going to be peaceful, or I'm going to release you and just come into my own body, come into my own wealth of loving kindness that's within me. And just as I was saying that, I just pulled a tarot card to go along with all this, and this is beautiful. It's the 10 of Cups. I love that. So if you get into the letting go of overthinking, what could you come into allowing yourself to allow your emotions to guide you, to also acknowledge who and what you are, all of the things, the beautiful things that you've created and accomplished and aspire to and are headed towards. These are all beautiful contemplation areas for this new moon, and you can start getting into that aspect now in preparation for the new moon arriving at the end of this week. Okay, so we're going to pull 3 of the Healing with the Angel cards, and then we'll pull one of my new cards, the Liberate Your Inner Truth, because that's kind of what this is all about too, is to liberate your truth, the truth of you, and align with it. Perfect, perfect. Oh, these are awesome cards that have come up for us today. First one is Truth and Integrity. So you know I said to you about that new moon in the sign of Aquarius. If you're going to look and acknowledge patterns or beliefs or things that you've put into motion, are they really aligning with who you truly are and what's right for you? So it's about really getting into the truth and integrity of the things that you're doing. And this is also a very powerful healing piece too, right? So it's about the balance, the yin and yang energy, right? The masculine and feminine energy is all weaving in here too. So it's about really acknowledging and listening to your inner guidance. Listening to your inner guidance is such an important piece too, because if we get too caught up in that overthinking, maybe you're not getting your intuitive guidance or the pieces that are, whispering in your ear, so to speak. So it's about really, when this card comes up about listening, it's really about coming into your heart energy, feeling into anything that you are called upon to decide upon. And actually, just intuitively, something that came up as I was saying that to you is I really encourage you to use, and I've said this before, is use 3 questions to help you make any kind of decision. And maybe this new moon is going to help foster that a little bit more for you too. The 3 questions are, is this good for me? Yes or no? The next one is this good for the other or the others? Whatever this choice is, this decision. Is it good for the other or the others? Yes or no? And the last one is, do I want to? Yes or no? You need to have all 3 of those being yes in order to make it a yes. If any one of those 3 options are a no, it's no. And it doesn't mean no, never. It's just no, this isn't aligning with the truth of me, with my own inner guidance. So, important part. So, is this good for me? Is this good for the other or the others? Do I want to? All need to be yes in order for you to say, okay, I'm going to do that. So, now we're going to pull one of this is the Liberate Your Inner Truth deck. And these cards, there's 52 cards in this deck, and they're all I am statements. I am, which is the truth of you, and then I give you a little bit of sort of the information on them can be used as journal prompts or affirmations or just contemplation points even. And this is perfect. The card that's come up for us today is I am guided. So we've just been talking about getting into your inner wisdom and listening to your own guidance system. So I am guided. I make time to suspend logic and trust in my feelings. This helps me access the answers that dwell within my heart rather than my mind. Feelings are a part of the guidance to fulfill my greatest potential. I am just thrilled that that came up because it kind of confirmed a lot of what I just said about releasing overthinking, coming into your heart. And it's allowing you to get into your own GPS, your own guidance system. Now, all that being said, I have a question for you. I mentioned at the beginning here today that one of the pieces that I use the oracle cards and tarot cards and numerology to make my own decisions and to actually have a bit of a reflective tool to see how am I going, how am I doing in these things. But one of the key pieces I really love to use is human design. Do you know what type you are? What type you are in human design? If you just knew what that is, and there's free online resources for you to just go and put in your birth details to find out what type you are. For me, I am a projector. As a projector, my piece or my mission or my purpose is to guide you. It's to guide you, and it's to bring information for you to try on and to help you come into being all that you are. So as a projector, I would love to hear from you. How's this working for you? Do these tips make sense to you? How do they land for you? And do you need more support? So I'm just kind of planting this question here. Number one, what human design type are you? And number two, is the information I'm sharing with you on these mindful motivation for mindset mastery sessions, is it landing? Is it resonating? Does it make sense? And do you need more, like going in a wee bit deeper? So all that being said, thank you for being with me. Thank you for hanging out. As always, if you have any questions or comments, I'd love to hear from you. I wish you a beautiful week. I wish you a beautiful experience with this Aquarian new moon. Much love to you. I'll be back here again with you next week.